So in this video, we will solve paper 2 variant 1 for October-November 2021. So question number 1, part A. In October, Sarah is charged $84.25 for water. A tax of 8% is added to this amount. Calculate the total amount Sarah is charged for water in October, including the tax. So total amount, including the tax, will be, so the tax is 8% of this value. So that means 108% of $84.25 is the total amount, including tax that Sarah was charged. So this will be 108 over 100 multiplied by 84.25. So this is 1.08. So 1.08 multiplied by 84.25. So 90.99 or $90.99. Part B is the table shows the rates that Sarah is charged for her gas and electricity supply. She is charged a fixed amount each day plus an amount for each unit used. So your cost for one day and then an additional cost for which is per unit. So for 1 unit, gas is 4.3 cents, electricity is 16 cents. Sarah uses total of 960 units of gas in 30 days of November. Calculate the total amount in dollars Sarah is charged for gas in November. So total amount charged for gas will be the per day charge plus the per unit charge. So there are 30 days in November. Cost for 1 day for gas is 23 cents. So for cost for 30 days will be 30 multiplied by 23 cents. So this is the cost with respect to the days. You have to add the cost of units as well. So cost for 1 unit is 4.3 cents for gas, and she used a total of 960 units. So unit cost will be 960 multiplied by 4.3. So 30 times 23 plus 960 times 4.3. So this is 4,818. And remember, this is in cents because your cost for day per day cost was in cent and unit cost was also in cents. So you have to convert it into dollars. You'll divide it by 100. So you will get $48.18. So $48.18. Part 2 is Sarah is charged a total of $30.80 for electricity in 30 days of November. Calculate the number of units of electricity she used. So again, your total amount, this time you're given the total amount, you have to calculate the number of units. So let number of units equal to n. So now your total cost is $30.80. $30.80, which is equals to the cost with respect to days. So again, there are 30 days in November, and the cost for electricity per day is 28 cents. So 30 multiplied by 28 plus the cost of units. So she used n units multiplied by cost of 1 unit, which is 16 cents. So now let's solve for n. First, in fact, this should be in cents because everything here is in cents. So $30.80 should be 3,080 cents. So now you will solve for n to find the number of units. This cost is 28 cents for 30 days and then 16 cents multiplied by n units that were used. So 30 into 28 is 840. So 3080 equals to 840 plus 16n. 16n will be 3080 minus 840, which is 2240. So n will be 2240 divided by 16, 140 units. So total units of electricity used is 140 units. Part C, the amount of electricity generated is measured in gigawatt hours. The table shows information about the amount of electricity generated in different countries in 2010 and then in 2016. Calculate how much more electricity was generated in Japan than in Australia in 2016. So you have to find the difference. How much more was in Japan? So Japan, that means, is a larger value. So what is the electricity generation of Japan in 2016? It is 1.03 into 10 power 6. So this is the larger of the two values because we are told Japan has more electricity than Australia in 2016. So 1.03 into 10 power 6 minus electricity generated by Australia in 2016 is 2.43 into 10 power 5. So now my powers of 10 are different. So I cannot simply subtract them. So first I need to make the powers of 10 same. So I can make this 10 power 5. I will have to move this decimal one place to the right. So this will become 10.3 into 10 power 5 minus 2.43 into 10 power 5. Now since my powers of 10 are same, I can take them as common and I have to simply subtract 2.43 from 10.3. So 10.3 minus 2.43. So this is 7.87 into 10 power 5. So this is the difference, or this is how much more electricity was generated by Japan. So 7.87 into 10 power 5 gigawatt hours. Calculate the percentage increase in electricity generated in Turkey from 2010 to 2016. 2010 to 2016. So you have to find the percentage increase. So what's the percentage increase? Final value minus the original value divided by the original value and then multiplied by 100. So final value is in 2016 is 2.62 into 10 power 5 minus the original value in 2010, which is 2.03 into 10 power 5 divided by the original value 2.03 into 10 power 5 and then multiplied by 100. So powers of 10 are same, so I can simply subtract 2.62 minus 2.03. This is 0.59 into 10 power 5 divided by 2.03 into 10 power 5 multiplied by 100. So 10 power 5 and 10 power 5 cancel out. 0.59 divided by 2.03 and then multiplied by 100. So the percentage increase is 29.064, which I can write as 29.1% up to three significant figures. So 29.1%. Part 3 is there was a 4% decrease in the amount of electricity generated in Spain from 2013 to 2016. Calculate the amount of electricity generated in Spain in 2013. So again, your percentage decrease will be uh, your final value, which is electricity in 2016 minus the electricity in 2013 divided by electricity in 2013, which is the original value. So now you have a percentage decrease, which is 4%. So that's a negative value, -4. And then electricity in 2016 in Spain, 2.64 into 10 power 5, 2.64 into 10 power 5 minus the electricity in 2013. That is the value that we need to calculate. So let's call it X, divided by electricity in 2013, again X. Now let's solve for X. Sorry, multiply by 100 as well, because this is a percentage, -4%. So now let's solve for X. I'll take this X to the other side. -4X equals to, multiply this 100 here. So this will become 2.64 into 10 power 7 now. It will increase by 2, minus 100x. Bring this 100x here, it will become positive. So I will have 96x equals to 2.64 into 10 power 7. X will be 2.64 into 10 power 7 and then divided by 96, which is 275,000. Or if you want to write it in standard form, decimal will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places to the left. 2.75 into 10 power 5 gigawatt hours. So this is the electricity generated in Spain in 2013. Question 2, part A, is the table shows the number of exercise classes attended in 1 week by each of 80 members of a gym. So there are 10 members who attended 0 classes, 29 members who attended 1 class, 26 members attended 2 classes, and so on. Find the mod. So mod is the value with the highest frequency. So highest frequency here is 29, and so your mod will be 1. Median, so you have 80 members, so if you divide 80 by 2, you get 40. Since this is an even number of members, so you have your 80 divided by 2, which is 40, so your median will be 40th value plus the 41st value divided by 2. So what is the 40th value here? So there are 10 zeros, so up till here you have 10 values, then you have 29 ones. So up till, so this is like a cumulative frequency row that I am adding. So up till here you have 10 values, 29 plus 10, you have 39 values up till here, 39 plus 26, 65 values up till here. So your 40th and 41st value is in this interval where your value number of classes is 2. So your 40th value is 2 and your 41st value is also 2. 4 divided by 2, 2. So your median is 2. Part 3 is a pie chart is drawn to show this information. Calculate the angle representing 5 classes attended. So fraction, first we need to find the fraction representing 5 classes. Representing 5 classes is 2. So there are 2 people out of the 80 members who took 5 classes. So your fraction is 2 over 80. So your angle will be 2 over 80 of 360 degrees, because your pie chart is a full 360 degree. So the angle is, the fraction is 280. So this is 280 of 360 degree, or 2 over 80 multiplied by 360. 2 by 80 multiplied by 360. This is 9 degrees. So angle representing 5 classes is 9 degrees. Part B is some members of the gym were surveyed about how much time they spent at the gym. You have given the histogram. X-axis is time in minutes. Y-axis is frequency density. 30 members spent between 30 and 60 minutes at the gym. Calculate the number of members surveyed, or the total members in this represented in this histogram. So you're given frequency density, you know the class width as well. So you know the formula, frequency frequency density is equals to frequency divided by class width. So we can find the frequency in each of these intervals and then add them all. So the sum of all the frequencies will give you the total number of members surveyed. So let's calculate that. So number of members. So let's look at this first bar in this histogram. So your frequency will be frequency density multiplied by class width. Basically, I take it here. It will be multiplied by frequency density to give me the frequency. So class width here is 30. And what is the frequency density? 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus, you're already given 30 to 60. There are 30 members, so you don't need to calculate that. And the next interval is this one. So let's first calculate how much each block represents. So you have 10 blocks, and then this difference is 30. So 30 divided by 10 equals to 3. So each of these small block represents 3 minutes. So 63, 66, 69, 72, 75. So this value here is 75. So the class width here is 15 and your frequency density is 4.4 plus again 15 class width, frequency density of 1.6. This class width is 30, frequency density of 0.4. So let's calculate this. 30 into 0.6 plus 30 plus 15 multiplied by 4.4 plus 15 into 1.6 plus 30 into 0.4. So this is 150, your total number of members that were surveyed. Rohit says 1/10 of these members spent longer than 1.5 hours at the gym on their last visit. Is he correct? Justify your answer. So let's first calculate how many members are 1/10. So 1 over 10 into 150 gives you 15 members. And from the histogram, so spent more than 1.5 hours. So they are 1.5 hours is 90 minutes. So more than 1.5 hours means they are in this interval here, 90 to 120. So how many members are in this interval, which is basically the area, which is class width multiplied by frequency, which was this one here. This is 30 into 0.4. So there are actually 12 members who spent more than 90 minutes at the gym. So Rohit says 1/10. 1/10 is actually 15 members. So he's wrong. So we can say he is wrong because 1 over 10 is 15 members, but actually 12 members spent longer than 1.5 hours. So Rohit is wrong here. Question number 3, part A. You're given points A, B, C are on a circle. These are straight lines, and then this is a tangent, and this angle is 34. Explain why triangle AOB is isosceles. So this length is equal to this length. You can say AO equals to BO as both are radius of the circle, as both are radius of circle. So two lengths are same, so this is an isosceles triangle. The next part is find angle BEC. So if this is 34, this is also 34 degrees as well. So we are looking for angle BEC. This is the angle that we need to calculate. This angle we know, angle OCE will be 90 degree because this is an angle between the radius and tangent of the circle, and we know this property that this angle between radius and tangent is 90. So if I can find this angle, then I can use these three angles. They should sum up to 180 degree, and I can calculate this. So I can find this easily. This is a straight line. AOC is a straight line. So this is an external angle of this triangle. So external angle is equal to the sum of the two opposite angles, which are 34 and 34 in this case. So angle BOC equals to 34 plus 34, which is 68. So this is 68 degree. So now 68 plus 90 plus angle BEC will be equal to 180 degree. So BEC will be 180 minus 68 minus 90. So this is 22 degrees. Part B is you're given OPS and OQR are sectors of circle with center O. These are straight lines. OP is 7.4, so this is 7.4, and PQ is 1.2, so this is 1.2. So this whole radius or OQ will be 7.4 plus 1.2, which is 8.6 centimeter. Calculate the shaded area. So shaded area I can calculate by first calculating the area of this large sector OQR. This is the large sector minus the area of this smaller sector inside, which is OPS. So if I subtract this area, I will be left with this shaded area. So shaded area of large sector will be angle, which is 96 over 360 divided into pi r square. So the radius of this large sector is 8.6. So 8.6 square minus area of this small sector, which is 96 degrees again, divided by 360 into pi r square. Now the radius is this length OP, which is 7.4. So I can take 96 over 360 pi as common between the two. I'm left with 8.6 square minus 7.4 square. So let's calculate this. Square minus 7.4 square, and then multiplied by 96 multiplied by pi, and then divided by 360. So this is 16.084 or 16.1 centimeter square, up to three significant figures. So your answer here will be 16.1. Question number 4, part A. The diagram shows the positions of three villages. This bearing is 140 degrees, and then you're given these two distances. The first part is calculate angle PRQ. PRQ is this angle that we need to calculate. So since R is due west of P, so this means this is 90 degree angle. This is 90, this is 140, and this angle RPQ, they should sum up to 360 degrees. So I can find this angle. If I know this angle, I know the side opposite. I know this side I can calculate this angle using the sine rule, and then will have these two angles. I can calculate this third angle in this triangle. So first of all, our angle RPQ will be equal to 360 degree minus 140 minus 90. 360 minus 140 minus 90, which is 130 degrees. So this is 130. Now I can find this angle. Sine of PQR divided by, so PQR is this. What is the length opposite? 3.8. Should equal sine of this angle divided by the side opposite that angle. Sine of 130 divided by the side opposite, which is 7.5. So let's find PQR from this. Sine 130 divided by 7.5, then multiplied by 3.8. So multiplied by 3.8 here, multiplied by 3.8, and then sine inverse. So this is 22.838 degrees. So your angle PQR from this equation, this was the only unknown. I calculated it to be 22.838. So 22.838. Now the sum of these three angles should be 180 degrees. So PRQ plus 130 plus 22.838 should equal 180 degrees. So PRQ will be 180 minus 130 minus 22.838. So this is 27.162 or 27.2 degrees up till one decimal place. So 27.2 degrees. Work out bearing of R from Q. So bearing of R from Q. So if I draw a north on Q, my bearing of R from Q will be this angle. So I know this is 22.838. These two north lines are parallel. So if this is 140 degree, this line PQ is passing through these two parallel lines. So this angle, and let's call this angle Y here. These are interior angles of two parallel lines, and we know that these interior angles sum up to 180 degrees. So Y1 plus 140 should be 180. So this Y angle is actually 40 degrees. So this here is 40 degrees. So now I can easily calculate my bearing because I know that full circle is 360. So I subtract 40 and this 28.838 to get this angle, the remaining angle. So bearing of R from Q will be 360 minus 40, this 40, and minus 22.838. So let's calculate that. 360, 40, 22.838. So this is 297.162 or 297.2 degrees up to one decimal place. Part B is the distance by road from village P to village T is 16.5 kilometers. Kuwaisi leaves village P at 10:30, drives to village T at an average speed 45. He stops at village T for 15 minutes, then drives back and arrives at 11:35. Calculate the Kawasi's average speed in kilometers per hour for the journey back from village T to village P. So village P to village T. The first journey is from P to T, and then the second journey is back. So you have to calculate the average speed on the way back. So average speed for T to P will be the distance 16.5 kilometers. So the distance will remain the same divided by time taken. So now first we need to find how long did Kawasi take to travel from T to P. So we have to use this information first. So Kawasi leaves P at 10:30 and drives to T at an average speed of 45 kilometers per hour. So for first we need to find time taken P to T is distance again 16.5 divided by speed. So this is in kilometers per hour, the speed, and the distance is in kilometers. So I can convert this into minutes because I have to add this to the departure time, which was 10:30, to find the arrival time at T. So Kawasi left at 10:30, and so multiply by 60 to convert these hours into minutes. So 16.5 divided by 45 and then multiplied by 60. So this is 22 minutes. So now what's the arrival time at T? It is 10 hours 30, 10 hours 30. So he left at 10:30 and took 22 minutes. So the arrival time will be 10:55. So arrival time here is 10:55. He stops in the village for 15 minutes and then drives back. So he spends 15 minutes at village T. So the departure time from T, departure time from T will be 10:55 plus the 15 minutes spent. So this will be 10:55 plus 15, 5, 5, 10, 1, sorry, not 10:55. So this is 10:52. 10:30 plus 22. So 30 plus 22 is 52. So 10:52. 52. 5 plus 2, 7. 5 plus 1, 6. So this is more than 60 minutes. So I'll subtract 60 minutes and add 1 hour here. So I will get 7, 0, 11. So the departure time is 11:07. That's the departure time for the journey back. Arrival time is 11:35 here at P. 11:35 is the arrival time. So what is the time taken for this journey? Time taken from T to P will be the arrival time at P, which is 11:35 minus 11:07, which was the departure time from T. So this is, let's do the subtraction here, minus 11:07. I have to carry, so 15 minus 7 will be 8. Remainder is 2, so this became 15. 2 minus 0 is 2, and then 11 is 0. So this is 28 minutes, or 28 by 60 hours is the time taken from T to P. So now you have this time taken that you need to calculate the average speed. So now the average speed uh, from T to P is distance 16.5 kilometers divided by time in hours, so which is 28 over 60. and then change it to multiply, take the reciprocal. So 16.5 multiplied by 60 and then divided by 28. So this is 35.357, which is equals to 35.4 kilometers per hour in three significant figures. So the average speed from T to P is 35.4 kilometers per hour. Question 5, part A. Khalid has these 10 number cards. He takes a card at random, notes the number, and replaces it. He then takes a second card. Find the probability that the first card Khalid takes shows an even number. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 even cards, and 1, 2, 3, 4 odd cards, and total 10 cards. 6 plus 4, 10. Find the probability that the first card Khalid takes shows an even number. So 6 out of 10 are even cards, so your probability is 6 over 10. Complete the tree diagram. So what is the probability that the first card taken is even number? It's 6 out of 10 because you have 6 even cards and 10 total cards, 6 over 10. And then first card is an odd number. The other 4 are odd out of the total 10. And then you're taking the second card, and remember he takes the card, notes the number, and replaces it, meaning he puts the card back into this deck before taking the second card. So you will always have 10 cards to choose from. This is with replacement. So again you have 10 cards, and how many even cards? Still 6. Even though the first card was an even number, Khalid puts it back into the deck before choosing the second. So you still have 6 even out of the 10 total cards. And similarly, you have 4 odd out of the 10 total cards. And if again the first card is odd number, what is the probability second card is even number? You have 6 even and total 10. Your total will always remain 10 because you are replacing them. You're putting them back. And then again odd, you have 4 odds out of the total 10. Workout probability, Khalid takes one odd and one even number. So your probability that you have one odd and one even number. How can you get one odd and one even? There are two ways to get one odd and one even. That is, you get the first one even. I can say first even. First that card that you draw is even, and the second one is that you take out of the deck is odd. So you have one even and one odd. But or there's another way you can get one odd and one even is you take the first one and that is odd, and the second one that you take is even. This way you also have one odd and one even card. So in the question you're asked one odd and one even, the order is the order does not matter. So you can have first even, second odd, or you can have first odd and second even. Both ways you will end up with one odd number and one even number. So first even this way, 6 over 10 multiplied by second odd, and because there's an and here, so you're multiplying, second odd is 4 over 10. And then you have or, that means you're adding first odd 4 over 10 multiplied by second even. Second even is this way, 6 over 10. So this will be 24 over 100 plus 24 over 100, which is 48 over 100. And if I divide by 4, 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 4 times 2 is 8 to 20, 12 over 25 is your probability that if you take out two cards, you will have one odd and one even number. Part B is Basma has a bag containing 5 yellow, 3 pink counters, and 4 black counters. She takes 2 counters from the bag at random, this time without replacement. Find the probability she takes 1 yellow counter and 1 pink counter. Give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. So you have 5 yellow, uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 pink, so let's take this red as pink, and 4 blacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 5 yellow, 3 pink, 4 black, and total how many? 4, 3, 7, 7, 12. So you have 12 counters in total. So now you're looking for probability. She takes 1 yellow and 1 pink counter. So probability 1 yellow represented by Y and 1 pink represented by this P. So how can you end up with 1 yellow and 1 pink? So if you pick the first one, if first is yellow and the second one you pick is pink, or there's also a way where your first one is pink and second is yellow. Both ways you will end up with 1 yellow and 1 pink counter. So what is the probability that first is yellow? So first is yellow, you have 5 yellows out of the total 12. So now you have taken out 1 yellow, and second one is pink. So how many pinks are there? 3. But now the total remaining are 11 since you have taken out the first yellow. So total remaining would be 12 minus 1, 11. So the second time, when you're taking out the second counter, you have 3 pinks and total 11 remaining counters in the bag. So your probability here will be 3 by 11. So 3 over 11. Or first one is pink. So now if you have total of 12, first one is your picking is pink. You have 3 pinks out of total 12. So probability of first pink is 3 by 12. And second yellow, how many yellows? 5 yellows in the bag. And again, you have taken out 1 pink. So the remaining are 11. So you'll have 5 over 11 here. So 5 over 11. So 15 and then 12 times 11. 132 plus 15 over 132. So this is 30 over 132. Both are divisible by 6. 6 times 5 is 30. And 6 times 2 are 12. 112, 5 over 22. I cannot simplify this any further. You have to give your answer in simplest form. So this is the simplest form. This is the probability that if you take out 2 counters without replacement, you will end up with 1 yellow and 1 pink. So probability here is 5 over 22. Question number 6, part A. The diagram shows a right angled triangle with dimensions given in centimeter. Part 1 is show that 5x square plus 30x minus 39 equals to 0. So it's a right angled triangle. I will use the Pythagoras theorem where this is the hypotenuse and these are the other two sides. So hypotenuse 3x plus 5 square should equal to 2x whole square plus 8 square. So now if I open this bracket using the formula a square plus 2ab plus b square, this will be 9x square plus 30x. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. So 30x plus 25 equals to 4x square plus 64. Now let's bring everything to one side since we have 0 on this side. So this will become 9 minus 4 will be 5x square plus 30x and plus 25 minus 64. So 25 minus 64 is minus 39 equals to 0. Part 2 is solve the equation and show your working giving your answer correct to 2 decimal places. Since our answers are in decimal places, I'll use the quadratic formula this time to solve this equation. So you know the quadratic formula is given as minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. So this will be x equals to minus b will be minus 30. So this is b, this is a, and this is c. Square root of b square, which is 30 square minus 4 times 5, which is a, and c is minus 39 over 2 times a, which is 5. So let me calculate the value inside the root. So 30 square minus 4 into 5 into minus 39. So this is 1608. So this is plus minus here. Forgot to write that. Minus 30 plus minus square root of this. So one of your values will be x equals to minus 30 plus square root of 1680 divided by 10, and the other value is x equals to minus 30 minus square root of 1680 divided by 10. So square root of 1680 is this, and then minus 30, and then divide by 10. So this is 1.09878, and up to 3 significant figures this will be 1.10. So one value here for x is, one possible value for x is 1.10, and this will be minus 30 minus square root of 1680 and then divided by 10. So this is minus 7.09878, and again up till 3 significant figures this will be minus 7.10. So minus 7.10 and 1.10 are your 2 possible values of x. Part 3 is calculate the area of the triangle. So you know the base is 8, the perpendicular height is 2x. So height equals to 2 times x, and you have calculated x in the previous part. So your height cannot be a negative value. You cannot have a triangle with a side which has length in negative. So your length will be always will be in positive. So your possible value of x here is 1.10. So 2 multiplied by 1.10 is equals to 2.2. So now the area will be 1 over 2 into base into height. Base is 8 and height is this 2.2. So 1 over 2 into 8 into 2.2. So this is 8.8 centimeter square. Part B is the diagram shows a different right angle triangle. The length of the hypotenuse is 12 centimeter. Calculate the shortest distance from A to BC. So the length is of the hypotenuse is 12 centimeter. So these are the two lengths which have the 90-degree angle between them. So the length opposite is this. So this is the hypotenuse which has length 12 centimeter. And you have to calculate the shortest distance from A to BC. From A to BC. So the shortest distance is the distance which makes, if you draw a line from A to BC, this would be the shortest distance which makes an angle of 90 degree with BC. So now you have to calculate the length of this blue line here. So if this is 90, the other side is also 90 degree because this is a straight line. So if I look at this, so let me call this point M, where this line touches this line BC. So if you look at this triangle AMC, I have this angle So this length BC is 12 centimeter. So what I can do is, in this bigger triangle ABC, I can find this length here because I know one angle. I know one side is 12 centimeters. This is a right angle triangle. So I can find this length. So once I have this length is common between the two triangles. AMC has also this length. So once I have this length, I can again use this angle, this length, to calculate this side of the triangle AMC, because this is also a right angle triangle. So first let's calculate AC. So to calculate AC, cos of angle ACB, ACB. So this would be the base with respect to this angle, and this is the hypotenuse. So cos of this angle is AC over BC. I'm looking at triangle ABC for while doing this. So cos of ACB is cos of 35. AC is unknown. BC is 12. So this will give us AC equals to cos 35 times 12, which is 9.8298. So I can write it as 9.83 centimeter. So this length here is 9.83 centimeter. Now if I look at this triangle AMC, I know this angle, I know this side, so I can easily find this length here. So for this triangle, for triangle AMC, given that M is this point, um, so now you have sine of angle ACB. So this will be the base, this will be the perpendicular, this will be the hypotenuse. So sine of ACB is perpendicular height over hypotenuse. So perpendicular height here is AM over AC. So sine of ACB will be again sine 35. AM over AC is 9.83. So AM will be sine 35 multiplied by 9.83. So this is 5.63825. I can write it as 5.64 centimeters. So this is the shortest distance from point A to line BC, 5.64 centimeter. Question number 7, part A. On the grid below, draw the graph of y equals to 2 power x for x greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 4. So you have x and y. For x, you are taking 0 to 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's calculate the y values. So when x is 0, y is 2 power 0, which is 1. When x is 1, 2 power 1 is 2. 2 power 2 is 4. 2 power 3 is 8. And 2 power 4 is 16. So these are the points you have to plot and then draw the graph. So on the x-axis, each block represents 0.1, and then 10 blocks represent a change of 1. On the y-axis, each block represents 0.5. So 2 blocks represent a value of 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah. So your first value is 0 and 1. So 0 on x-axis and 1 on y-axis, which is here. 2 blocks represent one value, change of 1 on y-axis. Then you have 1, 2. 1 and 2 will be 4 blocks up on y-axis. Then you have 2 and 4 will be 2 blocks below 5. 3 and 8. 8 will be, this is 9 and then this is 8. and then 4 and 15 and 16 here. So 1 and 4, so 1 and 2, 2 and 4, 3 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so these are the points, and now I will join them to form a smooth curve. So let's try that. So this is what your graph will look like. Part B is the diagram shows the graph of this equation for this range of x values. Part 1 is by drawing a tangent, estimate the gradient of the curve at x equals to 0.5. So x equals to 0.5 is this value here. So now I have to draw a straight line which will just touch the curve at x equals to 0.5. So let me draw that. So this is a line that just touches the curve at x equals to 0.5. Let me actually extend it beyond the x-axis as well, like this. So let's redraw this. So something like this, touching the curve at x equals to 0.5. Now we can take any 2 points on this line to find the gradient. So I'll take the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So here the values are 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and 0. Y value is 0. And here your values are x value is 0 and y value is 5, 5 point. So here one block represents 0.2, 5.2, 5.4, and 5.6. So your gradient will be y2 minus y1. So let's take this 5.6 minus 0 divided by 0 minus 1.3. 0 minus 1.3. So this is 5.6 divided by minus 1.3. So 5.6 divided by 1.3 with a negative value. This is minus 4.31 up to 3 significant figures. So this is your gradient. Use the graph to estimate the solution of the equation 1 over 2x plus 3x equals to 2. So if you look at the left side of this equation, this is the same as given here, for which we have the graph is already drawn, and the other side is equals to 2, which is y here. So it means you're trying to simultaneously solve y equals to 2 and y equals to this side 1 over 2x square plus 3x. So now the graph for this is already given. On the other side, you have y equals to 2. So if I substitute y equals to 2 here, I get the same equation. But I'm not using substitution method to solve the simultaneous equation and find the solution. I'm using the graphical method. I'm already given the graph of this. The other graph that I have to draw is y equals to 2 and see where the two graphs intersect. That will be the solution of our equation. So let's draw y equals to 2. So y equals to 2 is a horizontal line passing through the y-axis at value 2. So this will be y equals to 2. So intersects the graph of the other equation at this point only. So this is your solution here. This is 0 minus 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.3, 0 0.4. So this is x equals to minus 0 0.4 is the solution of this equation. The next part is, by drawing a suitable line on the grid, estimate the solutions of the equation 1 over 2x equals to 7 minus 4x. So this also looks similar to this, but not exactly the same. So we will try to make one side of this equation exactly this, similar to how we have on this side you have this, and the other side will be the other equation. So let's first try to convert one side of this equation exactly the same as this. So you have already have 1 over 2x square on this side. Let's bring this 4x here as well. So 1 over 2x square, or in fact, you have plus 3x here. So I'll add 3x on this side of the equation and add 3x on this side of the equation. So I have 1 over 2x square plus 3x equals to 7 minus 4x plus 3x. So now this side will be 1 over 2x square plus 3x equals to minus 4x plus 3x will be 7 minus x. So you're already given the graph of this. The other equation is y equals to 7 minus x, because you're substituting y with 7 minus x, you get this equation which is equivalent to this. So basically now you have to draw the graph of this and see where it intersects with this graph which is already given, and that will be our solution. So y equals to 7 minus x, you have to plot this. Y equals to 7 minus x. So let's take a couple of values of x. So let's say if x is 0, y will be 7. And let's say if x is 2, because you have to take between -1 to 3. This is the range of x-axis, values on x-axis. So if x is 2, 7 minus 2 will be 5. So now let's plot this. You have 1 point, 0 and 7. So this is 1 point, and the other one is 2 and 5. 2 and 5 here. So let's draw this line now. Missed that second point. Let's try it again. Okay, this is better. So this is the equation. This is the graph of y equals to 7 minus x. So it intersects the graph of this equation at 3 points. One is this one, the other is this one, and the third one is this one. So what are the x values here? So the x value here is almost 0. So this is 1.5 and 1.6 almost. So let me see. So each block is, no, each block here is representing 0.1. So this is, let's actually draw a straight line down here. So this is 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, and then this is almost 0.3. If I draw a straight line here. So this is 0.3, and this is minus, so it's right in the middle of this small block. So let's try this. Oops. So if I continue down here, so this is minus 0.2. 0.25 because it's between minus 0.2 and minus 0.3. So these are the three possible solutions. So let's write them down. Minus 0.25, and then you have 0.3, and the last one is 1.7. So that's how you'll solve this part. Question number 8. A is a point -23, B is a point 45. Part A is find the coordinates of the midpoint of AB. So midpoint will simply be, you add the x coordinates, -2 plus 4, and then divide by 2, and do the same with the y coordinates, 3 plus 5 divided by 2. So this is 2 divided by 2, 1, 8 divided by 2, 4. So 1 and 4. Show that the equation of line AB is this. So first we'll find the gradient. So let's take these as x2, y2, x1, y1. So y2 minus y1, 5 minus 3, over x2 minus x1, which is 4 minus and minus 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. This will become plus. 4 plus 2 is 6, which is 1 over 3. So your equation will be y minus y1 equals to gradient m times x minus x1. So we can take any of the points. So let's take this. Y minus y1 is 3, y minus 3, m times x minus x1. This minus and this minus will become plus, so x plus 2. Y minus 3, sorry, let's substitute the gradient here as well. 1 over 3 will be x plus 2 over 3. I'll take this 3 to the other side. 3y minus 9 equals to x plus 2. And then if I take this 9 to the other side, 3y equals to x, 9 plus 2, 11. So 3y equals to x plus 11, you have shown. Part C is find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of line AB. So if you have this line AB, perpendicular bisector will pass through the center, which is this point 1, 4. So you already know one point on this line should be 1, 4 because it's passing through the center. And we can find the gradient. We know that two lines that are perpendicular to each other, the product of their gradients is -1. So gradient of perpendicular multiplied by gradient of line AB should equal -1. So gradient of perpendicular multiplied by gradient of AB is 1 over 3 should equal -1. So your gradient of perpendicular is -3. And then you already know one point on the perpendicular bisector is 1, 4. So again, your equation will be y minus y1 equals to gradient into x minus x1. Y minus y1, 1, 4. So your value here is 4. Gradient is -3. X minus x1 is 1. So y minus 4 equals to -3x plus 3. And then if I take this 4 to the other side, y equals to -3x plus 3, and then plus 4 will be plus 7. So y equals to -3x plus 7 is the equation of the perpendicular bisector of line AB. Question 9, part A, solve this. So I'll take this other 8 to the other side. 3x will become 7 plus 8, which is 15, and x will be 5. So x equals to 5. Solve the inequality. So let's open this bracket. So I will get 7x is less than 3 2s are 6 minus 3x. Take this 3x to the other side. This will become 10x is less than 6. X is less than 6 over 10. And in the simplified form, it will be x is less than 3 over 5. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 5 is 10. So x is less than 3 by 5. Part C is solve this equation. So let's take the LCM. X minus 2 into x plus 5, then this is equals to 1. So this 3 will be multiplied by x plus 5 plus x multiplied by x minus 2. So let's open these brackets. So 3x plus 5 times 3 is 15 plus x square minus 2x equals to, let's open these brackets in the denominator as well. So this will be x square plus 5x minus 2x plus 10. So x minus 2 into x square plus 5x minus 2x and then minus 10. Yeah, that's correct. Let's take this denominator to the other side. It will be multiplied by 1. So this will be 3x. So let's simplify the numerator as well. So I have x squared minus 2x plus 3x will be plus x plus 15, and 5x minus 2x will be 3x. So this x squared 5x minus 2x is plus 3x minus 10. So I took it to the other side, but I also simplified it in the same step. So 5x minus 2x is 3x. So this x square cancel out. If I take this to this side, so this will be, let's continue here, x minus 4x, oh no, x minus 3x equals to minus 10 and then minus 15. So this is minus 2x equals to minus 25, minus minus cancel out, x equals to 25 over 2. So 25 over 2. Part D is simplify this expression. So in the numerator, from the first two values, I will take x common. I will be left with 2x plus 3. From the next two values, I'll take 2 is common and then y is common. So I'm left with 2x here or xy, and then I'm left with 3 here. In the denominator, I'll use factorization. So you'll multiply this 12 with this 2. So 12 times 2 is 24. So this is plus 24. So I'm looking for two factors of 24 which should add up to 11 because this is a positive sign. So we need addition of that addition of the factors should be 11. So 8 and 3 are the two factors. If you multiply them, you get 24, and if you add them, you get 11. So 2x squared plus 8x plus 3x plus 12. So now let's simplify further. In the numerator, I can take 2x plus 3 common into x plus 2y. I can take 2x common. I'll be left with x plus 4. And then I can take 3 common from these two. I'm left with x plus 4. So x plus 4 is common. So this will be numerator as it is. And then in the denominator, x plus 4 common times 2x plus 3. So this 2x plus 3 cancels with this. So I'm left with x plus 2y over x plus 4. So this is the simplified version, x plus 2y over x plus 4. Question number 10, part A. A cuboid measures 6.2 by 4.8 by 2.5. Each measurement is given correct to the nearest millimeter. So to the nearest 1 millimeter. That means the error is 1 over 2 or 0.5 millimeter. Calculate the upper bound of the surface area of the cuboid. So you have this cuboid. 6.2 by 4.8 by 2.5. So to find the surface area, you basically find the surface area of each side and then add them together. So to find the upper bound of the surface area, I need to find the upper bound for all the dimensions of this cuboid. So basically I will add the error to each dimension. So 0. Uh, so this is 6.2 centimeter. Okay. So the error is 0.5 millimeter. I need to convert this into centimeter. So 0.5 divided by, so 1 centimeter has 10 millimeters. So this is divided by 10, which is equals to, so 0.05 centimeter. So I need to add 0.05 to each of them. So the upper bound here is 6.25. Upper bound here will be 4.85. Upper bound here will be 2.55. So now I need to find the surface area. So let's look at this rectangle, which is the right hand side. One side is 4.85, the other side is 2.55. 4.85 multiplied by 2.55, and this whole thing multiplied by 2 because the side opposite also has the same dimensions, which is this one. And then let's look at this front face, this one. 6.25 into 2.55. 6.25 into 2.55. And again, if the front is this, then this back face is also the same, so I'll multiply it by 2. And now let's look at this bottom, this one. So this is 6.25 and then 4.85. 6.25 into 4.85, and the bottom face is the same as the top face, the same dimension, 6.25 and 4.85, so this will be multiplied by 2 as well. So now let's calculate this. 2 into 4.85 into 2.55 plus 2 into 6.25 into 2.55 plus 2 into 6.25 multiplied by 4.85. So your answer here is 117.235 centimeters square. So this is the upper bound of the surface area, 117.235. Part B is volume of pyramid is given by this formula. The diagram shows a square based pyramid A, B, C, D, E. Vertex E is vertically above X, which is the center of the square base. So X is the center. The height of the pyramid is 17, EC is 19. Show that the length of the base is 12 centimeters. So you have to show that this side is 12 centimeter or this side is 12 centimeter, because it's a square, so all four sides of the base are 12. Mm, so we know that since this is a square, all of these angles are 90 degrees. So this angle here is 90 degree. Angle ABC is 90 degree. So if I can calculate this length AC, I can use the Pythagoras theorem on triangle ABC to prove that this length is 12. And I can easily find this length XC, which is the half of this length AC, because X is the center of the square base. So if you look at this triangle EXC, since E is vertically above X, so this makes a 90 degree angle here. So EXC is a right angled triangle. I know the hypotenuse is 19, this side is 17. So Using Pythagoras theorem on triangle EXC, I have EC side square equals to EX square plus XC square. This gives me XC square equals to EC square. If I take this EX to the other side, minus EX square. Let's substitute the values. XC is unknown. EC is 19. 19 square minus EX is 17 square. So 19 square minus 17 square. So this is 72. XC square is 72. And this gives me XC equals to square root of 72. So I know that this length here is square root of 72. That means the full length is 2 times square root of 72. Now let's look at this triangle ABC. Now I am looking at this triangle ABC. This is also a right angled triangle. Hypotenuse is AC, which is 2 times XC. So AC square should equal AB square plus BC square in this triangle ABC. AC is 2 times XC. XC is half, so AC is 2 times XC and then whole square. Let's call this base length L. AB as L square. Is AB is L, BC is L as well, plus L square. Now let's solve for L. I can substitute 2 times square root of 72 square equals to 2L square. And this square root will cancel out with this square. So this will be 2 square, which is 4 times 72 equals to 2L square. So L square is 72 into 4 and then divided by 2, which is 144. L is square root of 144, which is 12. So I've shown that the length of the base is 12 centimeters. Calculate the volume of the pyramid. So volume is you're given 1 by 3 into base area into height. So your base is a square. What is the area of the square base? One side multiplied by the other side, which is 12. And the height is, perpendicular height is 17. So 1 by 2 into base area, which is 12 times 12, into height, which is 17. So 12 into 17, and then divided by 2. Oh, sorry, not 2, 1 by 3. This is volume is 1 over 3 base area height. So 12 into 17 and then divided by 3. So this is 816 centimeter cube. 816. The next part is calculate angle CBE. So angle CBE is this one. So let me just erase this. This side is 12 and you're looking for this angle CBE. So if this side is 19, EC is 19 and this is also 19. EB is also 19 because E is vertically above this central point. So all the lines coming in from each of the corners have equal length 19. So this length is also 19. So if I look at this triangle EBC, so if I look at this triangle EBC, I know all three lengths. So I need to find this angle, which is the unknown. So I will use the cosine formula, or cosine rule, sorry, to find this unknown angle CBE, because I know all three sides. I know the length of all three sides of this triangle EBC. So the cosine rule will be the length opposite to the angle that I want to find, which is EC. So this will be EC square equals to the other two sides, which is EB square plus BC square. EB square plus BC square minus 2 times these two length, EB into BC into cosine of the angle opposite to this side, opposite to EC, which is CBE. So this is the cosine rule. Now let's substitute the values. EC is what? EC is 19. 19 square equals to EB is also 19. 19 square, BC is 12. 12 square minus 2 times 19 times 12 cos of CBE. So let's take this to the other side. 19 square minus 19 square will be 0. So this will be minus 144. 12 square is 144 minus 2 into 19 into 12. 456 cos of CBE. Minus and minus will cancel out, and my cos of angle CBE will be 144 divided by 456, and angle CBE will be cos inverse of 144 divided by 456. Let's calculate that. 144 divided by 456, and then cos inverse. This is 71.59, 71.5915, and up till one decimal place I can write it as 71.6 degree. So your angle CBE is 71.6 degrees. So this is the end of paper 2 variant 1 for October November 2021.